Berlin. In May 2019, more than 250 DPOs from over 20 countries met at the European Data Protection Days conference to discuss the General Data Protection Regulation's impact on business 1 year after its implementation and to share important experience, news and updates.
The GDPR gave back the individuals the rights regarding their personal data. The years before, it lopsided just towards the companies, and now it's much more balanced.
What is, I guess, the most important is that awareness of the data protection has risen very much, and the number of the topics which are right now covered with GDPR as a general regulation is growing bigger.
We have to talk about the future enforcement acts, so the measures we take. We have many cases pending and documented, especially in the field of smaller DPAs.
There are a couple of things from GDPR that we've observed already that I think provide interesting information for the United States. The first is the value of the huge financial penalty as a result of violating GDPR. Another lesson we've learned is the value of the guidance and the rules that GDPR provides to companies, because better than ex post enforcement are companies knowing what to do in the first instance and being incentivized to do it.
In various keynote discussions and parallel sessions, regulators, data protection officers and other stakeholders shared their experience about the challenges and chances the GDPR has caused.
The challenges are really just understanding how the role fits into an organisation. That before the GDPR came into effect, we had plenty of people working on data protection and privacy. Now we have this new function, so we had to create a space for that inside the organisation, and that's inevitably disruptive. The opportunities are that the DPO plays a really unique role in the way companies think about data protection and privacy, and I think the most important role that the DPO plays is really in leading change in the organisation.
There are very positive consequences of GDPR, quite honestly, and those are the ones we should be focusing on, is the ways in which companies are beginning to shift their thinking around data privacy to a more global perspective that fits in with the standards of GDPR.
There are a lot of things that are still unclear. We don't have a lot of experience. That's true for the regulators and that's true for companies. There are a lot of questions about what should a compliance program look like. What is the appropriate way to present information to users? We call it transparency. What is the appropriate way to obtain consent? Lots of open questions.
New experiences were also gained in the evening when the participants had to find out how to drive and shift gear safely with the Eastern German Trabi cars. The conference attendees admired Berlin sights from the inside of the tiny vintage cars and afterwards enjoyed a traditional currywurst, beer and table football.
It's really added value if you're in the security and the privacy business to get up to speed on what's going on actually and to network as well.
I'm from Ireland, so getting to meet people from all around Europe was great, different culture, but also getting some really good insights into the data protection world, privacy world from people who really know. So I thought it was really fascinating, really interesting.
It's a really good event for data privacy, and I think when you're trying to understand what's going on at the moment, I think this is definitely the best event in Germany. Yeah.